Hello everyone, welcome to a sub 1 hour speedrun attempt of Hollow Knight. Right off the bat, a couple of quick disclaimers. This is not a perfect speedrun, neither does it break any records. So if you're looking for a picture perfect run with minimal mistakes, this is not the video to watch. I am a casual speedrunner and have just under 200 hours of gameplay in Hollow Knight. Also, this video is not a walkthrough, rather it's me talking through my plan and kind of speaking my mind as I go through the run. For someone who's unfamiliar with the Hollow Knight speedrun, it's quite a difficult and fun challenge requiring a lot of patience and repetition to master. I am nowhere near being a master, but I do enjoy playing it. So let's get to it, and I hope you guys enjoy this masterpiece full of mistakes. Also, I'm playing on a controller if anyone wants to know. So in the beginning you just do a quick inventory drop to cut out the landing pause. Here my plan is just to stay calm and get through this as smoothly as possible without making any mistakes. Here I end up missing the pogo. And also, like, this has been very inconsistent with me, like getting the pogo of the fly here, so I usually prefer just walking it through. Nothing much to say here. So here the game kind of slows you down, so you keep jumping to save some time. Also, I'll be doing a couple of bench skips where you save on a bench and then quit the game and come back to save traveling time. So this part is all simple. You just go through. I, for some reason, fuck it up, but all good. Here it's kind of hit and miss. Sometimes I've gotten hit multiple times when I'm making the drop. This time I got lucky. So here I missed the pogo. You can kill this aspid by pogoing off it for 3 times, but I missed it. But here I got lucky because they lined up and I was able to kill them together. So here I chose to take a quick heal, and then you make your way to the false knight. I have been hit so many times and lost my life multiple times on these pogos, but this time I had a good timing. Only got hit by the fly, but it doesn't matter. It didn't cost me any time. Here again, I made a silly mistake. Didn't perfectly time the pogo. Here, this fly up here, I always end up missing the pogo, and it cost me like a second or two, but like in the long run, for a sub 1 hour, it doesn't really matter. So this part as well, sometimes these enemies are huddled up together and you might end up getting hit. As long as you keep 2 or 3 health before you go to the false knight, you should be good. So I take a heal here and then just wait for the next section. And here this part will break, then I can just break it and get out. So this part is pretty simple, nothing much to say here. I have probably tried this run quite a few times, and usually I get stuck on the watch and nights, and if I have to try watch and nights more than 3 times, I usually kind of stop the run. Also, if anyone's wondering why the NPC dialogues are in Chinese, it's easier and faster to skip the dialogues in Chinese because they're shorter. So here you just make your way along, trying to not get hit by things and collecting soul on the way. There is a fly here on one of these jumps that I have died so many times, but this time I think I didn't get hit. Yeah, this one here. I always get hit by it and then fall on the spikes, but this time I managed to not die. So you need 4 strikes. So that was good. Didn't waste too much time there. Now you take a save on this bench because you need to come back and quit. Like, I was pretty calm in this part of the sections because I've done it so many times. It gets more stressful as you keep going because it's in the later parts that you make mistakes. The whole run is kind of wasted. So I think the stress kind of comes in after the 30-minute mark, at least for me. So here I also sometimes get hit, but the timings were good this time and it was a pretty efficient climb. So this speedrun is on an older version, so I think this one is 1.2.2. So on the newer versions you can't do that. If you like get out of the frame and try to kill the enemy with the soul, it doesn't work. So here you try to get as much soul as possible because up ahead there is a jump that you can kind of, a part that you can skip by using soul to make the jump. But I think I end up missing it. Yeah, this jump here, like I misclicked and I fell, and then I used the squid boost or pogo to make the jump. Like that's a backup. You waste like 10 seconds maybe. Like I fuck it up more than I should have, and I think I waste like 15 seconds. So all throughout here you try to get some soul so you can clear the path along the way. You try to use the vengeful spirit in places where there are multiple people, so you save quite a bit of time there. This part is also quite tricky. I've fallen down multiple times, but this time it was all good. So here you are gonna face the Moss Knight up. You try to have at least full health or close to full health, so you can hit him once and then kill him with 3 strikes. And then you just make your way up. Here I again kind of trying to be too fast, make a couple of mistakes. So now we are going to fight the Hornet. I always try to go fight the Hornet with at least 4 lives. So in case I'm trying to be too aggressive and I make mistakes, I still have some headroom. So on this route there are 2 other Moss Knights, which some people prefer fighting to get Geo, but I prefer not to because I feel like that wastes a bit of time for me. I collect it in some other parts of the route. So here you fight the Hornet. It's pretty simple. Like with practice you know what are the tells and you try to avoid it and fight as aggressive as you can. Like I've fought this multiple times, but still I sometimes get confused with the tells. Like I got hit there, I didn't expect her to jump. And the last part I pogo off of her and that's it. This part is usually like 10-ish minutes. My best times have been kind of like 9:30, 10. So now I'm gonna save quit here and go back to the last bench. And now we're gonna head to the area with the fungi. Like I had tried speedrunning in the newer patches, like the latest patch, but I couldn't get it down to within an hour. It was like 1 hour, 6 minutes or something. So this part I have done quite a few times, but I still don't remember the exact pathways always. So I kind of play it a bit safe, so I don't lose time like dying multiple times. I'm just a bit more careful than I should be, but again, like in a 1 hour speedrun, like there, like I don't know, I'm stupid. I've seen a few videos or speedruns where people use one of these explosive projectiles to make a skip to go to this mantis area, but I don't prefer doing it, and I think also the learning curve is too high for me. I don't have the time to learn it. So here, this part, I collect part of the geo that I need. So you go down here and I just take the normal route to the mantis place. And I pogo off here and hit things to collect soul, which helps me kind of clearing areas where there are multiple enemies. I think I get through this pretty efficiently without making too many mistakes or getting hit. So here I've also seen people kind of use these flying mantis to kind of pogo and get to the next level, the upper level, but I haven't found it to be consistent. I'm not good enough, so I just go the longer route. Here I almost fell down, because if I'd hit that thingy, I would have fallen down 100%. So here again you take another bench skip, so you quit the game and load the last saved bench. Like we're around 13 minutes, which is really good time for me. And now we go to Salubra, where we buy our first charm and the only charm in the whole game. I am not really good with the names of all the characters and everything. Like I don't have really good memory, so apologies for if I'm saying things very generically. and not pronouncing all the names. Here I chose to collect some geo because, like, based on my calculations, I might have been off by 10 or 20. So I chose I'd rather be safe than sorry later. So you just try to be as quick and efficient without getting hit by things or dying. And yeah, here you have to, I sometimes forget this, but this time I did remember. You have to open one of the stack stations. And this one is very important to come back here. And then you drop down. Like till here I've been feeling good, no pressure, like I was cruising and kind of enjoying. And I'm saying I was relaxed because like in the later part I felt a lot of stress. I was kind of nervous. I was stressing out a bit. So this one as well, you can kill this bug pretty quickly. And it's always better to save some soul so you can kill the smaller bugs that come out of it after it dies, and it saves quite a bit of time. But I kind of missed the timing here as well. So all good. Now you go buy the charm, the shaman stone, if I'm not wrong, because things are in Chinese, so I cannot read this, so I'm just saying things off memory. I might be wrong with a couple of names. So you take a save on the bench, which I forgot here. I had to come back. I was kind of rushing and trying to get through things quickly. And here we do the shade skip, so you die intentionally and then kind of pogo off of it to get to a part which is not accessible otherwise. I mean accessible, but very late in the game. So you die here. Like in the newer patches, I feel like they made this shade skip much harder. Like I can do this very consistently on this patch, but on the new ones, it's super hard. Like this mantis claw grab on the ledge, sometimes it doesn't work. So here you try to make your way through as quickly as possible with jump and dash. Like the first time I played this game, for me the story wasn't that clear. Like I didn't have a good direction of where the story was headed. But with the speedrun, I think that's one thing that has helped in understanding the story better. Like I would get lost in the map so easily, going around in circles without having a clue what to do next. So I don't try to also cut times by skipping these stones and jumping longer, because I have felt like if you fall, you waste more time than like the amount of time you would save by trying to skip a couple of stones. Now you can do it for style points, but I don't care about style. So here I'm trying to be as diligent and calm as possible, not trying to rush things. I forgot the name of this thing, Dream Shield or something. So after you get this is when the game starts to get more fun and more challenging, because more enemies and the chances of you making more mistakes is higher. So I have to focus a lot more. And sometimes it happens like, because these parts I have gone through multiple times, you kind of phase out and then you're just going through the motions and you end up missing things or skipping things because you're not fully focusing. So you have to be very mindful in what you're trying to do. So here I try to clear the path, and I always try to collect soul here by hitting this the enemy, because down where you collect a couple of journals and things to sell, you can clear the path quicker. So here you collect, and this enemy hitting you actually is better because it gets you out of the cutscene, and then you just skip over. So far so good. Now we are gonna go to a hidden room where this part is important because it helps you collect the geo that you need for the rest of the run. So that gives you around 500 geo, which should be enough. And after you sell all the journals and I don't know what the other item of the name of the item is, but after you sell them, you have around 2300 geo, which should be enough for the rest of the run. So here you pogo off of this thing. I missed the first time because I think I was kind of a little bit nervous here, because the Watcher Knights always it's like a hit and a miss. Sometimes I'm really good with it. Sometimes I don't know, I mess it up. Like here, for no reason, I couldn't hit the lever at the top right through the wall, and I kept on slipping, and the run could have ended right there. Like literally, because the last save is back at where I bought the gem. So here I'm just trying to be a little bit safe, kill these enemies, and here I try to kill it with the Vengeful Spirit, but I miss. But yeah, here I kill him, and I was able to unlock the lever. But I usually always take a bench here, but because I wasted so much time in all this fuckery, I decided not to take the save. So this part, when I first time played the game, I had seen a couple of people like go up and break the wall here and cut this wire and make the chandelier fall, but I didn't know why. Like very late in the game, like when I played multiple times, I realized it's to kill one of the Watcher Knights. So here you always try to fill up on soul so you can get more hits. And the trick is to just find timings, pogo, get soul, and hit them with the Vengeful Spirit. And you just keep repeating that as fast and as safely as possible. So here I was feeling good, didn't make too many mistakes till now. And one of the tricks that has helped me is whenever I try to use the Vengeful Spirit, I always try to do it from either side so I can hit both of them at the same time. That helps in decreasing the time to kill both of them. So here I was feeling really good because usually by this time I lose 2 or 3 health. But then a weird bug ends up here, like the last 2 Vengeful Spirit hits, I don't know why, like it doesn't work. It hits something invisible in the map, I don't know. I could have killed them right there, but unfortunate. So here I fucked up. I shouldn't have lost that life there. But I got the heal and I missed the jump. I misclicked again and it made things a little bit more stressful. But I was feeling still pretty good, like considering other times I was pretty consistent with my jumps and fights, but this kind of silly mistakes I end up making, and that had cost me multiple speedruns. But this time I had more health or life, so I was able to kind of work my way around this sticky situation. And here with one night it's pretty easy. And yeah, like 25 minutes, it's a pretty decent time for me. So now again you make your way up and you kill the first boss, you can say. And you collect this item to sell later. So this part, nothing much to say. But I was kind of freaking out at the last part of the Watcher Knights when I missed that Vengeful Spirit hit. I thought that was so unlucky because I thought for a moment that I had turned around and I had like misclicked, which I usually do. But then when I checked back later the gameplay, I realized that it was something in the map kind of blocking it. Might be a bug. So here you have broken or unlocked the first seal, and now you make your way all the way back to Dirtmouth again, but you have to do a couple of things before you do that. So after I finished this Hollow Knight, I mean not Hollow Knight, the Watcher Knight, I finished this part. I was feeling pretty confident, like hopeful that I would be able to kind of break the 1 hour time limit. So here again I kind of got lost in the dark, but I found my way back. And I prefer always going down here having a little bit of soul, because from here when you get out there are 2 enemies that you can just instantly kill and then get out quicker than if you had to kind of kill them and hit them. Yeah, this part you just have to make your way through these enemies and try to not get hit or die. Because if you die, you go back all the way again, back up on the Watcher Knights where you killed the first boss. This part is also quite tricky because these flying enemies are so annoying and they get in your way or sometimes stun you when you're trying to jump. Like here, I was able to kind of pogo. And I've lost runs, like here I again messed up. I missed the jump, but luckily I didn't fall all the way down. And then you make your way to, I forgot this character's name, but you sell your items here.
Boris' son? Yeah.
See, from here you get, I think, about 2,300 in total. I like the sound effects and the ambience of this part of the map. It's super soothing. Make sure you don't get poked in your butt with the spikes as you're going down. And then here it's pretty smooth. You just try to be as quick as efficient, which is the theme of the speedrunning genre. think this is the King Station where we're going at. So from King Station we're gonna take the stag to Dirtmouth, and then from Dirtmouth we're gonna head to, I forgot the name. We take a save here, so we can again quit save here, and we buy the lantern. So now you go to Forgotten Crossroads, and here it's a bit tricky because now these squids are bigger and explosive, so you have to be very careful. I usually choose to kill them rather than trying to like avoid them and go the faster way. I find I'm not fast enough and my reactions are a bit slow, so I choose to kill them rather than just running away from them. So this part is also, for me, pretty easy and chill. I actually enjoy this part. The music and the gameplay is not that difficult, so you can kind of relax through this part and enjoy it and kind of make yourself mentally prepared for the next parts, which are going to get a little bit more tricky and stressful. So like here, like I make these silly mistakes, like I'm trying to rush and so here I've found the key is to take your time to find the right moment to kind of skip these parts and move ahead, because if you rush too much and you get hit, you lose more time. Like there, that hit is worth it, because then you can just cross over and then take the easier route on the other side. I get hit here, but it doesn't really matter. I have enough health to make it to the part that's challenging, and there's also an area where you can collect souls, so that helps. Like in the new patches you cannot do the inventory drop, so all of these drops you have to be careful, and if you miss, it takes quite a bit of time out of your run. Here I'm trying to be careful not to rush things, and I choose to get some soul from here in case I fuck it up ahead and I have like room to breathe. And I didn't want to wait too long because I thought the timing was a bit off. But here again I found good timings, like it just clicked and I was able to get through without any issues. So this part was pretty smooth, within 35 minutes. Usually I'm done with here at like 37, 36. I made really good time on these parts. Now save quit and back to Dirtmouth. So now from here we're gonna go down again into Forgotten Crossroads and do the first acid skip. This drop as well is super risky and it's a gamble. Sometimes you get hit. There have been times where I've gotten hit like 3 times while taking the drop, but this time again, luck was on my side. So I'm waiting for it to explode and then making my way across. I prefer killing this mother aspid because it keeps on releasing the smaller bugs that end up kind of hitting you, and yeah, that skip luckily I was able to do in the first try, no issues. Here I'm just trying to be careful not to fall into the acid. And here I'm not trying to be too careful. I could have just done the super dash. I had a brain fart, I didn't. And here, because I'm gonna take a save before I go to the next boss, so I wasn't too worried about health or lives here. So here I take the bench and make my way down. Here as well with this boss fight, I was also a bit nervous. Kind of the nerves started kicking in because I make too many silly mistakes when it comes to this boss fight, which ends up making it longer and also ending the run. So I knew that if I could finish this on the first try, I had a very good chance of finishing the 1 hour speedrun. So here I usually tend to stick to the left or the right extremities and hug the wall, which helps me kind of escape these electrical zones. And from time to time you try to get some soul by hitting Uumuuu or this enemy. And usually with Vengeful Spirit here you get double hits, but I think I was able to get only 1 hit, 1 double hit, unfortunate. But soul's your best friend to kill it fast. So here I didn't have any soul, so I just tried to poke off of it as many times as I could to get some soul. So I'm waiting for the next moment to strike. And here I got a pretty good hit, and I think I got 2 double hits. And I knew that if I could get another 2 or 3 double hits, it should be dead. So here again, a missed jump or a misclick. I'm not sure what happened there. This part I got super lucky. I almost fell in because he's right in the middle. I didn't have any space to maneuver, but it worked out. So here I was able to collect like almost full health, and I was waiting to strike him, but here I misclicked and I fucked up this opportunity. I should have been able to kill him much quicker, at least a minute quicker. But what can you do, man? These kind of things happen. You just gotta get with it. So here again I got just 1 double hit, not 2 or 3. So I knew that the next time if I am able to hit him once or twice, it should be the finisher. I was getting a bit stressed because like I was wasting time and I should have been able to kill it quicker. Again, missed. Like I feel the more you miss, the more stressed you get, and the more you push hard, which makes you make more errors. It's like a vicious cycle. So you gotta stay calm and try to do your best. So there you go. So now you super dash across and you finish off the second boss, you can say. One thing that happens to me usually is after you hit these bosses, you have to hold focus to draw in their soul, but I forget it. I lose like a few seconds here and there. So now you have broken the second seal. And now you got to make your way all the way up to the bench where you saved. I think I could have saved at least a minute, maybe a minute and a half at best, if I was a bit more efficient and I didn't misclick or I didn't make any errors. But yeah, in speedruns, it's just with practice, you gotta just keep on bettering yourself. I think I'm not there yet. Again, I'm not worrying about taking hits because my goal is to just get to the bench as quickly as possible, take a save, because this next part is usually the part where most runs will end. And this is the second acid skip. And for some reason lately, I have been missing the timings. There are two timings when you're doing this acid skip. One is hugging this small section to do the super dash, and then finding the timing on the other side to jump off. So for some reason I wasn't feeling it. I'm gonna keep the mistakes so you can see I'm gonna keep it as real as possible and not cut it through or make it speed up. So here I die and I go back all the way to the bench again. But this is still better and it doesn't end the run, but it has happened that I've crossed over to the other side and died there, and then you cannot collect your soul. So, and if you die again, then you lose all your geo, which makes the run much more difficult. So here again, I kept on missing for some reason. It was my timing or my nerves. I was rushing. I don't know. But I was getting a bit frustrated here. That you can tell, like I'm just rushing and trying to fucking just get it. And in my head, it was like, if I missed this time, this third time, like my run is done. Like I'm not gonna be able to like make it, so I was just gonna quit. Like again, like I wasn't able to stop the dash and I lost a life there. So first try, miss. So this is the last one. After this one, if I had missed, but funnily, it's always on the last one that I've been able to be successful. I don't know how, but every time I've done runs, it's always on the last one. And then it's like a moment of happiness, and then you're stressed, like you can die any moment. So you're just trying to collect soul. And now that I had two, I could take a bit more risk and kind of rush ahead. So that's what I did. And here I knew that I was still like within the limit to be able to finish the speedrun in an hour. So I took this dash and to collect some soul, which helps a lot in killing enemies up ahead. Like in my head, if I could get past this next section, I knew that I would be able to finish the whole run. So here, sometimes it happens is that these flying mantis thingies don't die with or you don't double hit them. Usually you double hit them and they die instantly, but again, unfortunate, some things didn't work out. But here again, the Hollow Knight gods were on my side and they line up. So I get the kill, and then from here it's smooth sailing, unless like I do something really stupid. Like I'm trying to be kind of like edging it on safe and keeping it smooth and fast. So getting some soul, because this next part there is a possibility might get hit a couple of times, so I have enough buffer. But funnily enough, this part went through very smoothly, no issues at all. And as I was getting closer and closer to the ending, I think I was getting more like nervous and kind of a bit clammy. I was excited, but at the same time, like with a nervous energy and kind of very cautious about not to make silly mistakes. It was a weird feeling. And funnily enough, because I have ended run so many times, like at this acid skip, I haven't run these parts that many times. So these parts, I'm still a bit rusty, but I'm confident because I make very little mistakes in these parts. So here I'm just trying to rush through and get to the bench as quickly as possible. I always prefer like stopping before the cutscene, because it has happened that I've like overshot and fell down. So here you take the bench, and this is good backup, because then after this, if you die, you still have like, you can still make up, because you get started at this checkpoint, like you respawn at this checkpoint. So here my main goal is to keep some soul to fight these bigger enemies and keep my health above 3 at all times, so even if you get hit by these bigger enemies, the run doesn't end. So just collecting some soul. Now you can tell like I'm playing a little bit safer than I should, because I'm a bit nervous. But I knew in my head that I had room to be a bit safe, because my goal was just anything under 1 hour I would be happy with. So here again, like just blatantly stupid. Unlucky, I guess. So here I took it too safe. I didn't want to fucking lose another life, because I wanted to go there with soul and at least 3 or 4 health. So from here it's easy, you just have to kill one of those bigger enemies and you're good. You just jump over this one, you have enough space. Here I'm trying to be as safe as possible, no need to fuck it up. Even if it takes like 30 seconds longer, I'd rather be safe than sorry. So that's that, and now we unlock the 3rd seal, and then it's Hollow Knight, the final boss. Now you head out to the stacks station, which is just out of where we got in and up. And this part is also a little bit tricky because you're kind of nervous and excited. So if you fall down here, the run is over, literally. And now you head back to Dirtmouth. I was feeling super excited here because Hollow Knight, I feel quite confident. Even though I do make mistakes from here and there, but most of the time, like 7 out of 10 times, I'd successfully get through Hollow Knight without dying. So you super dash, and then you're in. I don't remember if I took a save before I went to the Hollow Knight. I might have, because I think I just wanted to be super safe. So if I died, I wanted to get another try in. Yeah, I did, yes. So here my goal was to just try to read the tells and control my attacks and try to do as much damage as I could and try to do as much damage in the shortest amount of time. So everything's going according to plan. Like, I'm pretty calm and focused. Here I fucked it up a little bit, but nothing major. Nothing worrying. So I made sure that I had 5 lives in case I make mistakes ahead. And I'm feeling comfortable. This one I missed. I should have jumped on top of his head. You can do quite a bit of damage, but I missed the timing. Here again, I'm being a bit sloppy, not sure why. You can tell that I'm playing a bit scared and a bit cautious and a bit safe. Not good for a speedrun. At this point, when I was making so many mistakes, I did get a little bit doubtful that I thought I might not be able to finish the speedrun. Because look again, I dashed into him instead of dashing away from him. Here I knew that if I went down to 1 life, I was fucked. So I was trying to be as focused as I could. And so here, I think we are halfway through the fight, and I knew that this is where I was 100% sure that this is done. From here, I am pretty consistent with the tells. The chances of me making a mistake is quite minimal. How quickly I'm going to be able to do it, that was the main question. Like a couple of hits here and there I knew couldn't stop the run, and I made sure to heal up so I had buffer. Like I could feel the end. It was so close I could touch it. So trying to keep a bit of distance here, because I know like it's pretty close. I'm almost done. Like taking risks now is not gonna be worth or make a huge impact on the time. And I know like this is the last transition, the last stretch of the fight. So here I just need to do as much damage possible as quickly, because he doesn't attack as much, so I have a lot of room to fight. And there you go. But here I got so excited. I like threw the controller and I forgot that I had to hit focus. So I'm just waiting and I realized, oh fuck. And then I came back to the controller and I finished it off. So I probably would have saved like 3 more seconds or 5 seconds, I don't know. So there you go. Sub 1 hour speedrun done, and thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned something from here, or at least enjoyed it. Till next time.